Okay guys, what we're going to do here today, I'll just make sure I'm in tune. I'm in tune. Okay, so what we're going to do here today, I'm going to show you very quickly just how to get yourself a tone really easily. So first thing we're going to do is I've set up this user 2A patch to be completely empty. So there's absolutely nothing active. Now I'm on the neck single coil and just a very simple dry signal, quite flat, nothing special going on. This is the humbucker. Not terrible, but not very alive either. So what we're going to do is fix that. So we'll start with a clean sound. I'll do another video with the high gain stuff because that gets a little more involved. But just for a quick clean tone, first thing we're going to do, you push the edit save button. This will bring up your signal chain. Now you can't really see the writing all that clearly. Let me see if I can fix that. It's still quite bright, but anyway, we'll make do. Okay, so the first thing we have is a noise gate. Now we're on a clean tone, so we don't really want a noise gate, but we may want a compressor. So we go to the sideways arrows, and you'll have to take my word for it when I say it says comp off. So the compressor is off right now. So let's have a listen just quickly. So just a simple. I can't play much more difficult stuff. It's just I'm in a very awkward position trying to do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn that compressor on. Can you hear that that squishy sort of sound it's got? All of a sudden, now when you turn the 3 dials, they move in real time on the screen. You can hear that, right? It's got that, that funk sort of pop. Well, that can sound good, but for now, we'll just leave it off. And you know what? The first thing we're going to do is going to go to our amps. Now when you want a pristine clean, I think most people will agree that the best pristine clean sound comes from things like a jazz chorus or most of your Fenders. Well, I guess we'll just go with your jazz chorus. Now you got your 3 controls here. You got gain, presence and volume on the preamp. Already, just from choosing an amp sim, it's already starting to sound a little better, but it's kind of tinny because we don't have a cabinet yet. Alright, very simple. What we're going to do now, go across one, and we're on the Jazz 212. I'll go to a single. Of grit. See if we can't take that out. Oh, that sounds better. Okay. Alright, so we've got our EQ now. We've got a bass, a mid and a high. So we just, they're all to taste, as always. I don't know how this is coming up on the camera mic, but I imagine it's not going to sound anywhere near like it sounds in the room, but we'll make do. So, alright, so that's the neck pickup. So it's actually a very bright sound for a neck pickup, which I like. I don't like it when it gets too fuzzy. Now we can have a post EQ. I probably prefer to go without those when I can. I like to keep the signal chain as clean as possible. So if I can get away with just a 3-band in there, I'm actually sort of happy with that. And the extra tone control from a drive pedal or something. Right now we have our delay section. So just clean, no delay. Alright, it's very, very plain, very dead, very lifeless. Now, let's turn the reverb on. The first one is your analog. Already you've got a little ambience, you know, so... Now I'm keeping the playing very simple here. If you've seen my other videos, you know I can do other stuff. I just, this is more about finding a sound. So, okay, so we've got a little bit of delay. I actually kind of like that, but let's see what else we've got. Now we've got a digital delay. So this will give you nice, crystal clear repeats. So even though they do degrade, like they all do. So hang on, let's change the time, the repeats, take the mix up a little bit. Now you can hear the difference. Yeah, those repeats go on, they don't degrade anywhere near as quickly as they would with an analog or a tape style. So, right, so you can hear those repeats really nice and clear. So what else we got? We got a tape echo, which is one of my favourites. It's already... So it's when you first turn the tape echo on, it's almost like smack in a dotted eighth kind of setting, which is really cool. Actually, that's, I don't know if they did that on purpose, but that's, I actually kind of like that. Now we got stereo delay. Alright, so it's a really short time. Let's max that one out actually. Wow. That's got to be over a second. That's almost 2 seconds. Wow. That's actually... that was unexpected. Okay, we've also got a ping pong, which you won't hear. See, ping pong has this little thing where it adds an extra repeat and it kind of bounces between the speakers. So if you've never actually heard a ping pong delay, I'll show you now. Yeah, that's too short. And they will self-oscillate, so that's kind of cool. Well, we've got a reverse. That's actually not a bad one. But... that's actually kind of cool. That's a very, very long delay. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. I could do a few things with that. Alright, we'll just go with a simple analog though. We really just want a little bit of background just to make our our clean sound. Yeah. Just make our clean sound a little more alive. So now we're over at the reverb section. This is the very last thing. So we're on the room. Now the room, actually what I might do, I'll just turn that off for a sec, I'll turn that delay off. Just so you can actually hear what we're talking about with the reverbs, you can hear them properly. So, you know what, I'm going to show you straight up, I'm just going to show you exactly how far you can take it with them. So the room is not a huge delay. I guess, as far as this thing goes, it's actually quite a short delay, so... Oh, reverb rather. It's got a very short decay, so you can actually set it more for your bread and butter spring type sort of stuff. Yeah, it actually does have a kind of a little bit of a drip, like a spring tank would. Now we go to the hall, and this is where it starts getting real ambient, you know, you can get some actual, almost get droning out of this stuff. I'll go to the humbucker just so you can hear all this. Yes, there's a nice long decay there. Now, let's see. Yeah, there you go. So if you max everything out, it actually will not give you a kill dry signal. So it seems like the mix, which is to the far right, it seems like that only goes to about 60%. Again, you're going to have to excuse the play. I'm in a very, very awkward position trying to film this. Yeah, excuses, I know. But we'll go to plate. Now, plate is one of my personal favourite types of reverb. Pretty sure this one doesn't do a full wet mix either. But no, it doesn't. But God, it's got such a bright decay. I love that. So, actually, yeah, none of them do the full 100% wet mix, so you're never going to actually... I don't think you're ever going to find yourself in a setting that's so out of control that you can't kind of take it back. But for this, I think we'll keep... Actually, no, we'll keep the decay up. We'll keep the damp, which is really more like a tone knob, so it will make your decay either darker or brighter. Yeah, so we'll go back to the delay, we'll turn that back on. Now this is our clean sound. Now that echo is not all that loud, so I mean you can do... It's subtle enough that you can do stuff and it doesn't get lost, like just big chords, or something more like right. Now what we're going to do is take that off. Take that off, and we're going to turn that on. So we're back to the compressor, second thing in the signal chain. Very quickly put all those to 12. Now we're gonna, this is going to make sense to you in a second. Alright, so we're on an overdrive. I'm going to set the gain all the way off, tone to the middle, output full. Now that's just the tube screamer quotations. Alright, so we want to get up, we want a heavy sound now. So we're going to get off of this Jazz Clean and go straight to something that would be synonymous with some more high gain tonage. So we're going to so this one is your JCM 800. Alright, so we already know we need a noise gate now. So we take the threshold to about 3 o'clock, the damp about halfway. That's it. Alright, so that's not too bad. It's a little flubby in the low end. Let's see if we can't crispen that up a little. So just like on an amp, your presence will up your high frequency. So that's your modern age. Very good for rock, actually. A great sound for rocky sort of stuff if you tweak it, but we're going straight for metal here. Now the new metal isn't bad, but it's still a bit fuzzy. Crunch 4 is not too bad, but really it's more of an overdrive. Now this is where your high gain gets interesting. This SS Weapon is exactly that. Now for me, I pair it with the V30 4x12. Keep bass in the mid at noon, high at about 1 or 2. Right, now in the room that already sounds like a ton better. I'll take the high a little bit off. We'll try the recto that it comes with. So it gets a little buzzy. So we go to V30s. Right. Take the gain right down. There we go. So alright. And there you have it, high gain. And look, noise gate only works when you got your hand over. There's a little bit of hiss there. There's a tiny buzz, but see what I mean? Alright, so pardon the shitty playing. Like I said, I'm all over the place trying to film this. But what I really hope is that this has helped you just get a really basic idea of what it takes to get sounds. Like, it's so easy to just dive right in and start tweaking stuff. So I'm not going to edit. I'm actually going to leave this as a blank patch. So if I go there, yeah, so it's the same empty patch that I left it as because I didn't actually hit save. So there you go. Quick quick, well, it's not exactly quick, but I hope this really explains to you how to use this pedal and how to get tones. What you plug into is up to you, but I'm getting the best results out of just powered monitors. You know, straight from the pedal into a powered monitor. Like, that can be your home stereo, it can be computer monitors, it can be anything, but I'm fine going direct from the pedal. Gets me the best results. So I hope that helps. Cheers.